and we'll start. So, welcome back. I haven't streamed Iron Kingdoms in a few weeks, a few game sessions, but we're doing it tonight. Yay! So I'm Cassie, and I am the game master for Iron Kingdoms. We are in the midst of running the Witchfire trilogy, and we have a bit of downtime between where the first module ends and the second module begins. And so that's where we're kind of sitting at right now. The very last thing that I remember from last game session is that there were two instances of a very tall, lanky stranger eyeballing you guys. I think one was with John and Jay, and the other one was with you and Nefera, I believe. Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that's what I remember for sure. But what do you guys remember?
Well, I got a promotion, which is pretty awesome. Now I'm technically middle management in the City Watch. So I've got, 10 people under me, I think it was?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that I have to schedule their rounds.
What was that? That was weird. I think I heard me echo somewhere.
Yeah. That was wild.
Alright.
Freaking out.
Yeah, Robin, it's still coming from you. Can you mute yourself?
Yep.
Thank you. Excellent. Alright, so John, you got a promotion, or Yeshiram got a promotion. He is also on some special missions by Captain Hellstrom. Would you like to remember those?
Yeah, I have been approved for some unofficial overtime, and I will be working to figure out who it was that wanted to keep Hellstrom from stopping and or figuring out who was behind the horrors of the longest night. Is that what that said?
Yeah. So, apparently there were people in the city leadership or something that were he thinks were intentionally keeping him from being able to set up and call like militias and cancel the longest night festivities. That would probably have saved a lot of lives. And every time he attempted to suggest or do those things, he was put down. So he is interested in finding out who could have possibly wanted this giant undead attack on Corvus to happen, other than Alexia, obviously.
Right.
And if I do remember correctly, Inari was given an unpaid apprenticeship to begin learning how to be a real engineer and not some tinkerer.
Yes. And I have been given a partner. I'm officially calling him my sidekick.
Well, technically, you're his sidekick.
Nope.
No, that is actually how it works.
He's my sidekick, and his name is Taka, and he's a gobber, and it's very strange, and he has 13 children, I think.
14.
14 children.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of children.
Yeah, and 2 wives.
So many. And 2 wives. Yes.
And his brother's widow.
Yes. So 2-ish.
2.5 wives.
2.5 wives. And then he also has a servo suit that's really, really exciting, and
yes.
I need to know how it works.
Yes, and you are slowly but surely figuring this out. It's going to take you a long time, though.
I understand.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah, like you might run out of money before you learn everything.
That's when I just call my papa.
All right. So, and then we had Agon and Nefera. You two were doing a whole lot of research on your various important things. Agon was looking to find out who would have left this stone chest with this really fancy amulet that seems to have a lot of magical properties, but it's currently run out of juice. And so he's looking into that, while Nefera, you started working on translating the writing from the old tome that also talks about, or you think talks about, the glyphs. And these glyphs that are also similar to the ones that you saw Alexia draw for her raising the undead. It's very exciting. So you are trying to make connections, but the first thing you have to do is to translate it into a language that you understand. And that takes time. And then last but not least, you two were, would conscripted be the right word? That's not the right word, because they're not forced to do it. You two volunteered to be decoys for Emmett's master plan on screwing the shit out of the Griffin family and making them really, really confused at doing it at the same time. So, to do that, he made sure that you had a leather duster that looks like his, the wide-brimmed hat that looks like his, and you two would be seen in areas where important Griffin people hung out, so they thought it was Emmett there, and then later on there'd be reports of Emmett doing something when he was in a completely different location. So that's the baseline recap for everyone, and we are starting a week and a half after our last game session. So that's the timeline. Inari, you have been hard at work trying to keep up with this gobber, and it's really, really hard. Yashira, you have been getting adjusted to your new role, figuring out how the scheduling of things works, making sure that you feel comfortable with how you're doing things and comfortable with the men to, basically have a lot of autonomy, since you're not going to be like over them all the time, breathing down their necks. You're going to be doing a lot of your own stuff, and they have to be responsible enough to make sure that you don't get in any trouble for not being around them as much, essentially. But I do want to, before we go into those two stories, would like to address the activities of the three conspirators that they've been able to accomplish in the last week and a half. You three have successfully, what would be the right term of weirding people out, but in a more angry fashion?
We were successful at some deception.
Yes, they were successful in three different whatever. Say that again.
Deception.
3 different deceptions. There, words. I can use them. Excellent. And I would like you 3 to tell me what you did. And so we are going to say the first one was with Nefera. Nefera, what do you think one of the 3 deceptions that you assisted with was?
I think Emmett, quote unquote Emmett, was seen drinking drinking quietly in a tavern, while the real Emmett was across town breaking into houses of the Griffin clan.
Ooh, okay. So, if you were breaking into a house of the Griffin clan, what names do you have on that list that I gave you?
Dash,
Mm-hmm.
Smudge, Blackwater, Whisper, Mad Malik.
All right. So, pick one of the first 3. Was it Dash and
It would have been Blackwater, the sister-in-law of Jessica,
Ooh.
so that I could find out information about maybe stuff they do, look for old ticket stubs of theaters, basically peruse their lifestyle, and, maybe pilfer some things.
Okay.
Something I can sell in the black market that'll disappear easily. Nothing that has their brand or looks too fancy.
Okay.
Maybe just steal some silverware or something. Put one of my cigarettes out on their kitchen counter.
Give a little calling card. Maybe leave an empty bottle of wine.
Fuck yeah. And take some of their bottles of wine.
Excellent.
Some of their best wine.
Right?
It's called, who cares?
It's an excellent vintage. Who cares?
That's very good.
It's green.
All right. Thank you very much, Robin. Go ahead and remute yourself, and we are going to find out what Agon did to assist with these deceptions for the second one.
God has no clue what Max's plan is. I know I'm dressed up as Emmett. What's he expect me to do?
Oh, dude, yeah, I think Cassie is wanting you to be creative
Yeah.
and make something up. Go
Yeah.
burn a house down. Say I'm...
What's our goal?
Oh, my goal is to put the Griffins on edge.
So burn one of the Griffin's house down.
Well, not them, but maybe one of the people on the list. Dash is a transporter. He moves kids in crates.
So.
Burn his stable down.
Yeah.
Not, well, kill the animals. That's your call, man. I would burn the horses, but, hey.
Horses are expensive. No, you would not.
I'm just
You'd
saying.
just steal them and then sell them.
Fair enough. So
I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to burn the house down, but I will steal the animal. I will free the animals. As a druid, I want these animals to be free, and that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Excellent.
can you at least burn the cart down that transports children?
Oh yeah, I'll burn the cart.
Excellent.
And leave an empty bottle of wine. And I will give him a bottle from Jessica's sister-in-law's house to leave at the site.
Okay. Very excellent. And
Where was I?
where was Emmett when you were doing that?
I don't know. Where was Emmett? Just drinking somewhere.
No.
No. When did you say you were going to go to a show?
Yes, I found out what theater Jessica likes to attend to.
Yeah.
And so I was in the audience at that night.
Conveniently seated where she could see you.
Maybe like in another balcony seat across the way.
Yes.
Where I could stand up, wave my hat at her, sit down and smile, put my feet up on the edge
Yep.
to show my uncouth and culturedness.
Mm-hmm. Very.
Paid for by her sister-in-law's silverware.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
Yes.
When the guy says, the ticket will cost you 5 silver, I drop down 10 pieces of silverware. I think that will be more than enough. Keep the change. It will look nice at your home.
Very cool. And so, you have your 2 accomplices helping you out with those first 2 jobs. It's been escalating with the first and the second. So what is this third one that you guys were a raving success over?
By now, we've definitely done enough to get attention. The tree's been shaken, a few acorns have fallen, the nuts are coming out. I think maybe the third job. Man. During all this, now it's time to find out, because Smudge replaced Barry. Maybe now it's time to find out when the next pickup and haul might be or something, and try to, you know, or find. Oh, you know what? Smudge might know where they keep kids, or where the young Griffs might hang out.
Well, that's true. However, are you trying to obtain information or are you trying to cause commotion? Because those are two different things.
I'm supposed to be causing commotion, right?
Yes.
Okay. What does their family? What is their family's legitimate business that they launder their money through?
Ooh, that is actually a really good question. And I actually do not think it is mentioned in the source material. So let's see if we can find a good one. Let's see. Let's see if they have jobs as a. Or like businesses or something.
Medieval work.
What?
I thought I might have saw something that said that.
Medicine. Let's see. They're taking our jobs. Sorry. Okay. Nope, nothing like that.
That one wants us to go to
Yeah, I
monster.com.
don't want to do that. Alright. Shops and businesses. Let's see if this does anything. Apothecaries? No. Ooh.
Maybe they make something really big, like boats.
Yeah. I was thinking, that they could do another type of construction stuff.
Oh.
Or they could, run a successful gambling hall.
Would that be legitimate and legal?
Yes, gambling is legal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if gambling's legal, then yeah, that's how they launder their money out.
Yeah. I think, yeah, we're gonna say gambling's legal because I can't remember, but, or they could be, no, they don't do that. They actually are, merchants who specialize in importing and exporting goods to and from Corvus. That's going to make more sense because that's also another way that they can, move their
Kids around.
Yep.
Do they own any boats?
Yeah, they own a few boats.
Okay.
Like probably like a steam barge maybe, or
They own a steam barge.
probably more than one. I mean, if
Just
they're
more than one?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, one's all I need.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I will at some point go speak with, for my final task, I will go speak with, do I have engineering? I don't. No, I do. I have knowledge engineering.
Okay.
Would that help me?
Yes, I need you to do me just a favor. Can you please make sure that the other thing is muted?
Other thing.
The
Here?
Twitch. The Twitch.
This?
The Twitch. Yeah. Make sure that's muted.
This?
Yeah. Okay, good.
It's not.
Yeah, it was. It said mute.
No, it had like a tiny bar.
Okay. Okay.
I will go get Inari. No, if I get Inari's help, would I get like bonuses to sabotaging a steam engine?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? At some point, I'll pay Inari a visit. Be all nice, talk to her, check up on her, borrow a wrench. Wrenches are used to take out bolts. Bolts hold steam engines on boats. If the bolts on the steam engine aren't there, then the steam engine might go the wrong way and the boat might sink.
This is true. So how are you going to sneak her onto a griffin boat to sabotage it?
I just need her wrench, and I have engineering.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make that work for myself.
All right. Well,
I'm going to sneak onto a boat, sabotage the steam engine, and I will leave the bolts with an inside or next to an empty wine bottle someplace visible, like at the master boatman's shop or something along those lines, to where, or the insurance collector's place or something like that.
Yes. Okay.
And while I'm doing this terrible, nefarious deed, this will be on a...
Wait, I want to see the thing. Recording.
This one?
Yes, thank you.
While I'm doing this terrible, nefarious deed, I am going to be. It's going to be on a night at which the gambling hall. That's not what they run. Where would they do it?
What are you trying to do?
Be where my duplicate's going to be.
Oh, where's your duplicate going to be?
It's got to be seen.
What if your duplicates are being seen doing other petty mischief?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. Let's see. One of my duplicates will be Robin. What do you think your character should be doing to be seen as doing mischief publicly for my benefit?
I think she should be. Going through the Griffin house. And just seen going into the Griffin house and then leaving. Because I think she. No, not vandalizing the Griffin house, not burning it down, not doing it, just. No, I don't know what she'd be doing.
I don't know either.
I know her skill is stealth.
Yes.
She could sneak around the Griffin house and throw empty wine bottles.
Is she actually unmuted? Because I see her as muted.
1 second.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, she's still muted. How are we healing Robin then? She's still muted.
I got Skype.
Oh.
Keep clicking Skype rather than this. Not empty wine bottles. Throw a Molotov cocktail through the
That fixed it.
window. Into an empty room, but...
Into an empty building. We don't want to actually kill anybody.
Yeah, an empty building. Their outhouse. There.
Burn down their shitter. I like that.
Yes.
I mean, nothing's more annoying than when you're like, man, I gotta take a crap. But that outlaw we fucked with burnt down our shitter. Now I have to go up the street to take a crap. I like it.
Oh, and it goes through and steal all their chamber pots. There's the petty mischief.
Fair enough. I
Excellent.
like it. All right, that's good. So we're gonna fuck with their crappers.
Okay.
Sink one of their steamboats. Jay, what do you think Hagan should do for his mischief?
I don't want to like fuck with their property or anything. I'm not into vandalism.
Is there a possibility that we could maybe catch some evidence on somebody, get one of their underlings turned in? No, that's too much.
If we can do that, or if I could spy on them or something, maybe, or get caught spying and then run.
You're fast at running, aren't you?
Mm.
I could run, sure. I don't know.
Could you make fog to cover your trail?
My base speed is 20.
But you can make like fog to cover your trail?
Yeah, I could do stuff like that, yeah. I could actually, I would probably make holes in the earth and stuff.
Spy on them, get caught spying on them with like a spyglass or whatever, and then when they come chasing after you, we're tired of your shit, you disappear into the fog.
I would love to. I mean, now I've got no problem killing them because these are evil people.
True.
So
we're not there yet.
But right now we're just winding them up.
Yes.
Okay.
As shit gets more stressful.
But I'm just saying, if a couple go missing.
I'm not going to complain about that, yeah.
So, I'm thinking, what I might do is, get caught spying on them, and then have like a trap built, like a pit in the ground, like a pit trap or something,
Okay.
and have them follow me into the pit and fall in, and I'll just leave them there with no way out.
Okay.
I like it. I like it. Burn their shitters, trap some of their men, sink one of their steamboats, steal their silverware,
Raid their liquor cabinet.
free their horses, burn their carts.
I got to AFK a few minutes.
No worries.
All right, there you
Excellent.
go. The 3 things that I'm doing over the next week. And I would also really like to get a chance to get into the police weapons locker to get my gun and other chain back. Because I snuck out of that building, so they still have my pistol and my other chain.
All right. So,
I just want to suggest that he might know somebody that could get that stuff out of evidence for him.
Duh, but I would only ask you if I knew that you were able to do it. You're so low on the totem pole. You're not capable. Because Emmett has not been told about your promotion yet. That's something.
Oh,
Remember, you guys are keeping that from me for some reason.
well, Agon is keeping it from him. John Yashirim doesn't realize that it would be a problem. Excellent. All right. So,
Gotta write notes, burn their shitters.
yeah, listeners. While this is going on, I'm assuming that when you're not helping out Emmett, that you are also doing research for your respective projects. I'm assuming that you guys have kept track of your numbers. So go ahead and make another roll and add that to what you have right now. I believe it was your intelligence. Check. Babe.
With me, it was spellcraft.
Ah, okay.
And with Jay, it was knowledge something.
It probably wouldn't have been knowledge because all I've got is geography and nature.
So it's just intelligence then.
Intelligence. Track of my rules. $16.
Okay. Alright, so what's your total at now?
23?
Okay.
No, 33.
Okay. And Robin, what's your total at the moment for your next week? Robin? Are you there? Littering and... she's not moving, so I can't tell if she's turned into a statue or what's going on. Can you hear me, Robin? Ground control to
Oh,
Major Robin.
She moved, so she's alive.
Okay. Oh, muted.
Unmute yourself on.
Unmute yourself on Discord. There you go.
Sorry. Actually, if I go and do anything else, it goes down. I can't get sound.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah. So I rolled 21. I'm up to 46.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Okay. Very cool. Then we shall move forward. What are we doing, guys? Who wants to go first? Okay, Inari. Alright, Inari.
Yes.
You have not had a day's rest since you began following around this crazy bodger. I mean, not bodger, is it gobber? This crazy
Gobber.
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 He does not know that there are things called weekends.
Oh.
He does not know that there are things called days off. He loves to go to the shop every day and work on his projects as long as he can, and then goes back to his 2 wives and his a bunch of billion children.
I would also want to stay away from the house if I had 2.5 wives and 14 children. Just saying.
Yes. Not including the widow's children.
So, at the next time that I see him, it's about midway through the day.
Mhm.
We're getting things done. And as we're working on, I guess putting another giant leg joint onto one of the, jacks, I kind of look at him and say, Taka, do you ever take days off?
So he is like, because you guys are, he's working on a really large leg piece. This is going to be going onto one of the larger steam jacks, and by larger I mean these steam jacks are supposed to be able to lift boats out of the water, and so that people can go in and like scrape all and clean all the sides off and all that kind of stuff. So these things are really massive, and they are supposed to be able to stay in water, and because Corvus is like water and mud, you have to have like they're like snowshoes but mud shoes for a giant 2-ton robot, right?
Yes.
So this is a really big leg.
Yeah, so we're
And-
like strung down, like the board with the ropes, and we're like sitting on swings.
Yep, and well, actually, you're sitting on a swing.
Oh, good.
His servo suit allows him to be able to climb with his legs and the extra pair of arms, leaving his other arms free to do work. So he doesn't have to use a swing, and he's kind of clinging to the side of this with like a metal cockroach, going to town, doing stuff, and then he stops and he's like, he says, "What? What did you say?"
Days off. Do you ever like go out for outings with your family or anything like that? Like, you know, away from work? Because I don't think you would want to bring all the children here.
He blinks and he's like, "Well, yes, on holidays."
Oh. Well, let's make tomorrow a holiday. Our own personal holiday. We can all go out. We can get all this done real quick today, and then tomorrow we can all go out and have lunch out in the park.
But we don't have a deadline.
But how far are we off from the deadline? We should have enough. Plus, if we run ourselves ragged, we'll just keep running out of energy, and then we'll be tired all the time, and then we won't be able to do anything, and then we won't meet our deadline anyway, so it's good to have a little bit of time.
I never get tired.
I still think we should do it.
Do we have a diplomacy?
Yeah, diplomacy is...
I have charisma.
All right, well, let's see what you got.
Where's my good die? $21.
Well, shit. So Taka's looking and is like, well, I suppose since the longest night really did not turn out to be a holiday very much after all, that having a self-imposed holiday might be in order.
I like it. We should do this. Ooh, and I can make some stuff. I can make some food, and I'll bring some tea. And you guys can make some stuff that you guys like to eat, and then I can try it because I've never had goblin food before.
So, he nods. Yes, this sounds like an excellent plan. But we have to finish this leg today, and that means no matter what, we stay here until it's done.
Let's do this!
So there's going to be an epic montage music with, like, scenes shifting from, like, blowtorchy things and climbing up and slapping metal on metal and just twisting down wrenches. So
I harness myself off really good so I can, like, hang upside down and weld all the things.
excellent. And you guys are going through a lot of stuff, and you do not stop through dinner time.
That's fine.
And just keep on going until it's close. The sun is starting to set, and all those you can see the orange and pink clouds that through the tall windows way up at the top of the factory. And Taka releases himself from the leg where he was working on the hip joint and to the hip connection to the rest of the main body. And he climbs down. He's like, well, and all of his hands, his like little hands, the big hands, his extra hands, they all clap together and be like, we've done it. Good job today.
Yay!
Now, tomorrow, where are we going? Here's a map. There is a, what's 10? There is a park, number 10. It's over here. And it's a little foresty bit, and it is Gordon's Groves Park.
Ooh, yes, we should go there. I haven't had a chance to get over there yet, and I think it would be very nice.
Okay. So that is your new plan. So you and Taka leave for the night. He is actually locking up because you two are the last ones in here. A lot of people were looking at you, and a lot of people actually came up and were like, it's closing time, and what are you doing? And so, but he just made them no mind. He's like, oh, we're still working on this project. We have a long way to go, so we have to put in some overtime. And that seemed to shoo them off, placate, answer their questions. And so you two leave. Is there anything that you would like to do? Walking home in the dark by yourself.
Be as nonchalant as possible.
All right, we'll go ahead and start writing a new character up.
Damn it!
Come on, think about it. You're in Corvus at nighttime.
I'll ask Taka where he lives, and then see if he can walk me home.
Okay.
Because I am a child.
All right, where would Taka live? Let's see. Go ahead and roll. Let's see, we've got one. Oh, here, let's go.
Because I'm at the Quad Iron Inn,
Roll
right?
me a d6.
Here, this one.
5.
He lives in the Industrial Burg,
Huh.
which is right there where the
Quad
steamworks. The Quad Iron is across the bridge, the North Bridge.
Wow. So he'd have to walk you home, turn around, and then walk back.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Well, I'm still gonna ask him because I don't know where he lives right now.
okay. So, he's a... Let's see. I need a street name, people. Ouch. Ah. What?
Brown Avenue.
I mean, it's industrial. It's
Actually,
gritty.
Yeah. Yes. But he will tell you he actually lives on Canal Boulevard, which is a very moist part of the industrial burg, because it's sunken a little bit lower than the rest of the place, and so the streets are kind of watery. Hence the canal. And when it rains really hard, it floods, so people have to use boats.
Ah, tiny boats.
Mm-hmm. And that is actually, if you can zoom into the map where these little wheels are and stuff, right before the North Bridge in this general area here-ish. So there's like all these little steamworks and stuff. He lives in the shadow of this giant factory that's not actually the steamworks, but... So he will tell you where he lives. Now, go ahead and roll a knowledge local to see if you know where he's talking about.
Oh. Where's my local? 29.
Huh, you know exactly where he's talking about. It is like one of the last streets before you get to Northbridge, and it slopes down towards the river.
So this man lives right next to where he works. No wonder he's always got tons of energy. He doesn't have that far to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, after he explains this, I'll kind of look a little forlorn and sad and see if he picks up on it.
What is that kind of roll?
Sense motive.
Sense motive.
Punch is a 15.
He rolls a 2.
Fuck.
Well,
Well, see you later.
so you guys are walking, you get to the street, and he's like, well, there's my stop. I'll see you tomorrow at Groves Park.
Tonka, wait.
Yes?
I was thinking maybe you could walk me home. Because, you know, it's really far, and I'm, by myself, and, I'll buy a drink.
Oh, well, I can't be late because I need one of their names. I think I might have removed them from this. Yeah, I did. Can you pull up my...
Oh, God.
It's in the, actually, I don't know how to describe it to you. Hold, please.
But Tonka, if you don't want me home, I might die.
Well, so he looks at you and he says that, well, he can't be late because... Where's the thing? Oh, it's over here. Because Azalunda is cooking her, like, my favorite dish tonight, and I can't miss it.
Oh. Well, when is that going to be ready? Because you could bring me home real quick, and I can buy you a nice bottle of wine to bring home to your lady.
Well, they usually have it prepared for me as soon as I walk in, and since I live so close, they know that I will be here. Oh, but they didn't know it, no. So, he realizes what time it is, and he's like, they are going to be very upset with me.
What's another 10 minutes?
So,
And then you can bring, and then we can stop and pick up flowers for her if she likes flowers, and then a bottle of wine, and then that'll help. It'll help. Ladies like flowers and wine. I think.
Salute.
Are you married?
I'm 16.
Have you had a relationship?
No. But I do know I don't want to be murdered.
Yeah.
On the way home.
Well, if I go with you and I'm furtherly late, that could be my fate as well. So,
Oh,
I
okay then.
but he's, so he looks and he sees that you're very concerned. He's like, well, you can always come back to my house, and then you can be a very good explanation as far as why I was late too.
Okay.
Excellent.
And one more makes 16.
Okay, so
Oh
This
no.
is gonna be an interesting night.
I pull out my flask of what could only be considered part cleaner and take a little swig.
I'm ready.
okay, so you both turn down Canal Boulevard. Is that what I chose?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Turn down Canal Boulevard, walking down the street as it continues to slope lower and lower and closer to the river. And about maybe 6 houses before you would get to the river proper, you come across are they called brownstones, the houses that are really narrow and right next to each other, or row houses? I can't remember.
Row.
Row houses.